Now to important business in Thornton Township, which hit a roadblock tonight, not because of the weather, not because of logistics, but because two trustees refused to show up.
Dane Placco. Tiffany Henyard actually has two political jobs on two public payrolls. As mayor of South Suburban Dalton, or as
Tiffany Henyard, the worst mayor in America. Prepare to be shocked because this isn't your average political scandal. This is a wild ride of power plays, questionable spending, and a mayor who seems to be playing a character straight out of a gangster movie. Buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into the chaotic world of Dalton, Illinois, and its controversial leader. Their absence prevented Supervisor Tiffany Henyard from filing a vacancy on the board, so what is going on and why the power play? Our story begins not with a bang, but with a whimper, or rather, a series of boycotted meetings. Two Thornton Township trustees, dated at Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle, repeatedly skipped board meetings, citing concerns about Supervisor Tiffany Henyard's lack of transparency and questionable spending habits. Gonzalez famously declared, "We're not going to be part of the circus. We just want to get some responsible adults and try to do the right thing by the citizens." Their boycott effectively stalled crucial township business, including the appointment of a new trustee to fill a vacancy left by Jerry Jones's resignation. This wasn't just a simple disagreement. It was a full-blown power struggle, a war waged in the shadow of the upcoming April elections.
Her absence prevented Supervisor Tiffany Henyard from filing a vacancy on the board. So what is going on and why the power?
But the drama doesn't stop at Thornton Township. Henyard also serves as the mayor of Dalton, where the accusations of mismanagement and questionable behavior reach a fever pitch. Residents describe her as a dictator, citing her lavish spending, the ubiquitous billboards bearing her image, super mayor, they proclaim, and allegations that she uses the police to harass her political opponents. One resident even compared her to a South American strongman, noting the unsettling resemblance to a political regime where the leader's face is plastered everywhere.
They lead without bias. At the conclusion of this investigation, I will provide an assessment of the findings and the recommendations.
The allegations against Henyard are staggering. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot's investigation revealed a massive deficit in Dalton's general fund, a shortfall of over $3,650,000 United States dollars. Lightfoot's report also detailed Henyard's use of the village credit card for personal purchases at Amazon, Target, and other retailers. One particularly eyebrow-raising transaction involved a $43000 United States dollar purchase at Amazon on January 5th, 2023. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Reports of lavish parties, first-class travel, and questionable contracts further fueled the firestorm of criticism.
Like a misspending of tax funds. I think that's the biggest.
Adding to the drama, Henyard's pinching for theatrical displays. She's been seen at meetings dressed as Nino Brown, a notorious substance kingpin from the film New Jack City, complete with a stuffed dog prop. This isn't just a costume. It's a calculated performance meant to intimidate and assert dominance. The soundtrack to one such meeting, Rand's Be Better, Hey, My Money, blasting from a DJ's equipment. The image is striking, and it perfectly encapsulates the perception of Henyard as a power-hungry figure who is more interested in self-promotion than serving her constituents.
Disturbing to hear these things or to kind of see some of the receipts that appear to be connected to it. And I think the taxpayers really deserve it.
To me, but the accusations aren't limited to financial mismanagement and theatrical antics. Multiple sources claim Henyard uses the Dalton Police Department as her personal security detail and to harass her enemies. Former Dalton Police Chief Robert Collins, who is now suing the village for wrongful termination, reportedly admitted to Dolton trustee Kiana Belcher that Henyard ordered him to target specific individuals. Beeler herself claims Henyard had police officers issue her tickets while she was out of town, calling it a manipulation tactic. The allegations paint a picture of a mayor who uses her power to silence dissent and maintain control. The situation has escalated to the point where Henyard landlord at a hall is suing her for eviction. Hull, who once considered Henyard a friend, claims the mayor and her boyfriend Kamal Woods haven't paid rent since August, owing thousands of United States dollars in back rent. Hull also alleges that Henyard changed the locks and garage code to prevent her from accessing the property. This adds another layer to the already complex narrative, portraying Henyard not only as a corrupt politician, but also as someone who disregards basic responsibilities and contractual obligations. She's taken to Facebook Live to deliver rambling, hour-long defenses, often accusing her opponents of corruption and vowing to press charges. However, she's consistently failed to provide concrete evidence to support her claims. This pattern of unsubstantiated accusations and dramatic pronouncements only adds to the perception of her as a chaotic and unreliable leader. In one particularly memorable Facebook Live rant, she declared, I will be seeking arrest for individuals involved. I will be pressing charges. A volume of accusations and ongoing investigations casts a long shadow over her political career. A judge has even reversed some of her staffing decisions, further undermining her authority and credibility. Meanwhile, Henyard has launched a re-election campaign, a move that has been met with widespread disbelief and derision. Her campaign. Finance reports show a lack of significant fundraising efforts, raising questions about the viability of her bid for a second term. Opponents, including Dolton trustee Jason House, are actively campaigning against her, promising to restore order and transparency to the village. Very disturbing to hear these things, or to kind of see some of the receipts that appear to be connected to it. And I think the taxpayers really deserve better than that. The situation in Dolton Township is a perfect storm of political infighting, financial mismanagement, and bizarre personal behavior. It's a story that continues to unfold with each new revelation, adding another layer of complexity and intrigue. The question remains, will Henyard's reign of chaos continue, or will the residents of Dolton finally rise up and demand accountability? And now let's hear from the people. YouTube commenters have been weighing in on this unfolding drama, offering their own perspectives and reactions. One commenter simply stated, "She definitely has been exposing herself." This succinct comment perfectly captures the sense of disbelief and outrage felt by many who have followed Henyard's tumultuous tenure. Another commander reflected on the past, lamenting that back then people should have realized what she was, and now look what happened. This comment highlights the missed opportunity to hold Henyard accountable earlier, and the consequences of ignoring the red flags that were present from the very beginning. These comments and countless others underscore the deep-seated frustration and anger felt by many Dolton residents. They demonstrate that this isn't just a political squabble, it's a community grappling with the fallout of a leader who many believe has abused her power and betrayed the public trust. Ben sent him $250. I got smoked pork ham. Hawks, I got smoked turkey. The sheer volume of accusations against Henyard is almost overwhelming. Beyond the financial irregularities and alleged misuse of police resources, there are also reports of retaliatory actions against businesses that refuse to contribute to her campaigns. Lawrence Gardner, a trucking business owner, claims Henyard shut down his operation after he refused to make a further contribution to her campaign coffers. Gardner's story is echoed by numerous other Adon residents who allege similar harassment and intimidation tactics. These allegations paint a picture of a mayor who is not only financially irresponsible, but also willing to abuse her power to silence dissent and punish those who oppose her. The pattern of behavior is consistent, suggesting a deliberate strategy to maintain control through fear and intimidation. Adding to the already tumultuous situation is the ongoing legal battle over the location of Village Board eatings. Henyard has insisted on holding meetings at Village Hall despite concerns that the venue is too small to accommodate the large crowds that often attend. So, Village Board eatings are already sufficiently worrying. This has led to several meetings being canceled or moved to larger venues, further disrupting the flow of village business and fueling the perception of Henyard as someone who is more interested in maintaining her control than in serving the needs of her constituents. The legal wrangling over this seemingly minor issue underscores the larger power struggle between Henyard and the Village Board, a conflict that has paralyzed Dalton's ability to effectively govern itself. Some South suburban leaders spent the last few days handing out free turkeys ahead of Thanksgiving, but in Thorin Township, the trustees say they battled Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. This isn't just a local story. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance